Good evening. I'm Wendy Corona in for Javita Moore.
I'm Justin Farmer, and developments coming in every hour and by the minute, too. We are here to sort through all of the day's news for you. Let's start with the latest. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp speaking just before 5 this evening, and he said that there are now 6 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Georgia. They're in Fulton, Cobb, Floyd, and Polk counties.
Georgia Congressman Doug Collins says that he is under self-quarantine after coming in contact with someone who has tested positive. That happened at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Maryland late last month. The congressman says that he's not showing any symptoms.
And there are now 2 new areas set up ready to receive people who test positive for the virus. Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Cobb County, where cruise passengers will arrive in just a few hours, and a park with trailers prepared in Morgan County. Governor Kemp says that a Cherokee County patient who has a presumptive positive test for coronavirus may need to be transferred to that park.
And the latest development impacting so many families, Fulton County Schools will close tomorrow because an employee tested positive for coronavirus.
We have live Team 2 coverage on this virus, starting with that big decision by school leaders. Channel 2's Tom Jones live at Woodland Middle School in East Point, where parents, Tom, rushing to pick up their kids.
And Justin, I talked to a parent who is very frustrated. He rushed here to Woodland Middle School to pick up his child after he got the news about that coronavirus case here. He says he took his son to a local hospital to get him checked out. He says they turned him away and told him he had to go to the CDC. Meanwhile, I talked to one student who says it was hectic in the hallways when students got the news about the virus.
It was scary. Everybody was going crazy.
Woodland Middle School 6th grader Leon Harris says students were out of control after they heard their school was closing because of the coronavirus.
They sent an email to all the 6th grade teachers saying that somebody in the district got the coronavirus.
Turns out it is a teacher who works at Woodland and another school. Leon's mother told me the news is alarming.
Yes, I'm very much so, yeah.
The school district says public health officials notified them of the teacher's illness after she wasn't feeling well Friday. The teacher is now in the hospital. I talked to parents picking up their children. Several said the school didn't notify them to pick them up.
My son called me, went in the bathroom on his cell phone and called me.
She said the school also didn't tell them about a teacher at the school having the virus.
We don't know who got nothing. My baby just called me and said, Mama, come and get me. Somebody here has coronavirus.
Other parents said this hits too close to home. This father said he's taking his son to get checked out.
I still want to make sure my son all right.
You concerned?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to take him to the hospital?
I got to.
And the school district really wants parents not to panic, to keep their wits about them. But the parent who you just saw who took his son to the hospital and turned away says that's hard to keep it together when you're not getting answers and can't get seen by a doctor. We're live in East Point in South Fulton County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
All righty, thank you, Tom. Now, he mentioned the teacher worked at 2 schools, Bear Creek Middle in Fairburn, and then Woodland Middle, that's East Point. And Channel 2's Michael Seiden live outside the Fulton County School District headquarters in Sandy Springs. And Michael, the leaders explained why they decided to close schools for the entire district tomorrow.
Yeah, Justin, Superintendent Mike Looney standing behind his decision, despite some parents criticizing him that, hey, the district's overreacting. He said there was a number of factors that went into his decision to close all schools tomorrow. He said one of them is they're still collecting important information. They want to make sure they have a good understanding on the risk factor to all students and faculty. He also told me the plan is to go into all district schools and sanitize them. They're going to have cleaning crews working around the clock to make sure that students are ready when they do decide to head back. Now, right now, it's unclear when students will be back in the classroom, but the superintendent did tell us that they would have a decision and a plan in place by 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, I can tell you as a school superintendent, the last thing I want to do is close schools. But at the same time, I have a responsibility to make sure that our public is informed and that we make decisions that we believe are in the best interest of our students. And that is, we want to get more information based on what we have now.
And one factor that could go into his decision is when they start getting those test results from some of those students and faculty. It could be up to hundreds who had contact with this teacher. So depending on those results, that'll give the superintendent and his staff a better idea of when they'll head back to class. We are live in Sandy Springs. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Michael, thank you. And